us all inside. The city's looking like a ghost town on a moonlit summer night. Raindrops on the windshield, there's a storm moving in. He's headed back from somewhere that he never should have been. And the thunder rolls. Across town, she's pacing by the telephone in her faded flannel gown, asking for a miracle, hoping she's not right, praying it's the weather that's kept him out all night. And the thunder rolls, and the thunder rolls. Now the love grows cold on a sleepless night as the storm blows on out of control. Deep down, the thunder rolls. She's waiting by the window into the drive. She rushes out to hold him, thankful he's alive. All the wind and rain, the strange new perfume blows, and the lightning flashes in her eyes, and he knows that she knows. And the thunder rolls, and the thunder rolls. The thunder rolls and the lightning strikes, and now the love grows cold on a sleepless night as the storm blows on out of control. Deep down, the thunder rolls.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, to race number 3 of Championship Sunday here at the Dirt Track at Charlotte for the World of Thunder Esports League. It's the Nvizion Custom Graphics Big Block Modified Series where another champion will be crowned. I'm Alex Robinson. Dominic Foster is with me here, Jacob Perlman, and no, we are not Jerry Van Sickle and Sean Neistat. I'm sorry for all those big fans out there.
Yeah, Jerry had a little bit of a hair gel emergency, Alex, so he couldn't actually make it out tonight, and Sean's helping him with the hair gel emergency, so they're stuck with the B team, as we are called.
As yes, those poor guys running out of hair gel, and you know, it's a team effort here at UltimateDirtTV, so Sean said, here you go, Jerry, I'll scratch your back, you scratch mine. But, well, I think next time they go to the Rib Shack in Knoxville, it's on Jerry.
Yeah, I think that one will definitely be on Jerry there, but you know, you forgot to mention we got Jacob Perlman in the producer's chair tonight with us as well, too. And Alex, I actually found them the other night. You see those two yellow silos off in the back?
Oh, yeah.
Actually in a box in between those two. So that's where we kept them at.
So that's where we hit them. But also, again, hello to Patricia Payne, Braxton West, Sage Luther, all those guys in the comments. I see people over in YouTube as well and on the iRacing page. Good evening to all of you. It is championship time. We will crown a champion. Will Blake Majulis win another championship? Will Evan C. add to his hardware as well? But Logan Rumsey, he is the underdog story here. He won last week, knocking off C and Majulis. Does Rumsey have what it takes to actually win this title?
Yeah, Alex, I haven't taken a look at the points, see how close this is, but a 3-car battle up with the points there, and we got some pretty heavy hitters for those points as well.
Heavy hitters indeed. You know, Blake Majulis, he's the most winningest driver here in the World of Thunder Esports League. So keep an eye on him as he looks to add, 1, maybe even 2 wins to that resume. As let's double check to see where he is on that list. Evan C, he is second. So Majulis, with his late model win last week, 53 career wins in World of Thunder Esports League. Evan C with 36. And breaking news, I forgot to tell you this, Alex Bergeron with the win tonight. He passes Dylan Wilson for third all-time with 25 wins.
Yeah, it's a lot of wins between those guys there, and we've got a lot of wins going on here tonight as well, as we probably got the best of the best here for the big block modifieds, Alex.
These big blocks, they've been a joy to watch. And again, Season 12 coming to a wrap tonight. We have the Nvizion Custom Graphics, Big Block Modifieds, and then after that, we close the night off. Mimi's Making a Motion, Warrior Logistics, Super Late Models, back here at the Dirt Track at Charlotte, and that's going to be another barn burner between Evan C., Blake Majulis, and a few other contenders in that one.
Yeah, we've got close points battles all over. The only one that was really locked up was Alex Bergeron in the sprint cars earlier today, but each one hotly contested to the very last race of the season.
So I double checked here. Over 11 seasons, so about 3-4 seasons, different classes per season. Blake Majulis owns 7 titles, so he's looking to add 8, maybe 9 titles to his resume here for the World Thunder Esports League. But Dylan Yeager, quick time so far with a 15.739.
Yeah, and there you see Logan Rumsey, your underdog there with a 15.748. But yet to qualify so far, Blake Majulis hasn't qualified yet. Biding his time, seeing what he needs to actually get before he goes on that track there.
And there's Scooter Black. He's had a tough run of late here this season. He's in the top 10 as of right now, but you see Randall Carter, Ryan Underwood, they're clocking in their times. And again, like we said earlier, points count for qualifying, heat races, and feature event. So you need to make the most of your time here. And Richard Murtaugh, he goes 5th quick right now. And Rumsey being the only one so far out of the top 3 in points to qualify. So keep an eye. Here's that 33 of Evan C. He's out on track. He goes quick time right out of the gate. 15.706 for Evan C. So quick time. So now let's just watch out. There's that 3-time defending champion of Alex Bergeron. But keep a lookout in that top 10 range for Bergeron to sneak in. There he is, 5th quick. And then watch for Blake Majulis. And as I say, he goes 6th quick.
Yeah, we know Blake Majulis, he usually likes to take that first lap, get a good lap time in, but still wind up for the second lap. But looks like he got into the wall or something there. Not exactly sure what happened. So he's going to stay 6th quick on that one.
But here we go. C, Yeager, Rumsey. That's your top 3. And it's going to be one of those, keep your eye out. Bergeron back there. Richard Murtaugh hasn't had a good season when it comes to tough breaks. He's had a lot of tough breaks. But can this be a redemption night? We saw it in the street stocks with Jordan Gage, a little redemption after the long season. He parked it in victory lane. So can we see another underdog story here tonight?
Yeah, but Alex, take a look in that 12th position there. Ryan Underwood. Ryan's been doing pretty good this season so far in qualifying, but he's all the way back in 12th. But there you see it. Evan C. up on top. Dylan Yeager and Logan Rumsey, your top 3 with, I believe that's Dustin Momberquette. I'm going to call that one. And 4th, Alex Bergeron round out your top 5.
So here we go. Heat race number 1, and on the pole, the 33 for VLR. It's Evan C. And to the outside, it's Dustin Momberquette.
And starting in 3rd, it's the 80 of Jacob Harberts. Onto his outside, the 69 for VLR. It's Brent Carter.
Starting in the 5th spot from Pennsylvania, it's the 72 of Mike Augustine. Outside Team Outlaw Motorsports 17, it's Tyler Schultz.
And starting in 7th, you see the 18 of Jackson on to his outside for D1RT Racing. It's the 3 of Cole Cabre. And I believe, do we have 9 people in this one, or we got 8 there, Alex?
So 8 cars in this grid. I want to say there should be 3 heat races. We're looking about 3, maybe 4 heat races here tonight.
I don't think Cole Cabre actually didn't make the bell there, Alex.
So we're going to Cole Cabre starting off on a bad start there, missing the call for his heat race. So you'll see him in a consolation race later on this evening. But keep an eye, that 16 of Dustin Monberquette on the front row. And now he has to face off with Evan C. from VLR, Brent Carter from VLR. Don't forget Tyler Schultz, who we watched yesterday, actually have a strong run in the big blocks.
Yeah, Alex, we got a lot of good cars here tonight, but man, oh man, all eyes are going to be on Evan for this heat race to see how he does, because he's got a lot riding on this one.
So going into this heat race, after the qualifying points came in, 41 points separate Evan C. and Blake Majulis coming into heat races now. So for Majulis, you got to win your heat race right now. You got to win it. Pace truck is off. And one to keep your eye on, Evan C. If he wins his heat race, he can keep that 41 gap if Majulis answers back. But we'll find out. Green flag is out. Heat race number 1 underway.
Yeah, look at the jumps he got there. Jacob Harberts, though, in 2nd place. Brent Carter coming up through the field. Dustin Monberquette kind of falling back a little bit there. Didn't get the best start. But you see him working that top side there, trying to get around. But Brent Carter, you know, that VLR teammate of Evan C. might be pulling a little bit of a blocking job there, just to hold him back a little bit, because that might be someone we got to watch out for, Alex.
Yes, Jacob Harbert's there. He is in that 2nd spot right now in the 80 machine. Brent Carter, Dustin Monberquette. Then you have Mike Augustine in the 5th spot. Keep an eye. Top 3 transfer on to the feature event. Everyone else to a consolation later on. So who wants to make that feature? Because those heat race points come in very valuable, and heat race wins really help out that 33 right now.
Yeah, the 33 of Evan C. is just off and in his own zip code right now, just trying to hold on to the points there. But Jacob Harberts, he's actually running just slightly faster than Evan C. for these past couple laps. So if he can keep this up, he might have something for the very end of the race here.
As Harberts right now, you see him in the 2nd spot, but VLR teammate of Evan C., Brent Carter, who's another strong big block driver. He's in the 3rd spot, that final transfer spot, and he is gaining on Jacob Harberts there. But you see Monberquette, Augustine also right behind as well.
Actually, Alex, Augustine just took the last transfer spot there. 4 is going to transfer from these heat races there. So Mike Augustine moving up to that final transfer spot for him. As you see Brent Carter looking to the inside of Jacob Harbert's stairs. We are 2 to go this time by.
2 to run. Mike Augustine in that final transfer spot, but he's battling it out with Dustin Monberquette. Those two side by side they go into turn 3 and 4. This white flag coming out here. The 33 Evan C. still in command. Harberts, Carter, those two are going at it for 2nd. Monberquette gonna go for the slide job. He takes over the 4th spot. Battle is on for the final transfer spot. Augustine goes to the inside. He's gonna slide up. It's Evan C. taking home heat race number 1. Harbert 2nd, Brent Carter in 3rd, and Mike Augustine gonna hold on barely to that 4th spot.
Yeah, Monberquette may have thrown that slide job just a bit too early, Alex, as it gave Augustine enough time to turn around. But here's your official heat race 1 results. As you see, Evan C., Jacob Harberts, Brent Carter, Mike Augustine will all see you in the A main later tonight.
So here is heat race number 2, and on the pole, Rocket Racing setups the 48. It is Dylan Yeager to the outside, the 3-time World of Outlaw Sprint Car champion. It is Alex Bergeron.
And starting 3rd, there you see the owner of Rocket Racing Setups. It's Richard Murtaugh Jr. in the 33. To his outside, the 269 for Blue Groove Motorsports. It's James Grace.
Starting 5th, it's the 5 D1RT Racing. It is Scooter Black to the outside, the Firm Motorsports 47 of Jason Randolph.
Starting 7th, you see the 49 for Drew Hopkins Racing. It's Chase Hardy. And to his outside, the 41 of D1RT Racing, Matthew Logan.
Now in this heat race, there's a lot of drivers in this heat race to keep your eye on. Majula's not in this heat race. C not in this heat race. Alex Bergeron, this is a little bit out of an element. We talked about it earlier this season with him in these big blocks. You have Richard Murtaugh, who runs a version of a big block modified. I think he runs a small block modified in New York. He's starting in fourth. You have James Grace. He won your 410 Sprint Car Championship 2 seasons ago. Scooter Black looking for a strong run. Chase Hardy, he starts in seventh. Matthew Logan didn't make the call here for heat race number 2.
Yeah, I think, Logan was also parked a bit far away in that trailer. Didn't hear the horn that came through for us starting up here, Alex, but maybe we need to get a horn a little bit closer to those guys for him for the constellation later tonight.
So there is a lot of good competition here. Technically only one big name, one former pro, 2 former pros technically, sorry. Richard Murtaugh Jr. and Alex Bergeron, your former pros in here. But then you have Yeager, Grace, Black, Randolph, Hardy. Any one of these guys can knock off Bergeron and Murtaugh for this heat race win.
Yeah, they see pace truck off and, second place. Then he did a good start in heat race number 1. Alex Bergeron's going to try and change that fortune, though, and tuck right up beside Dylan Yeager. As we're going to take the green this time by the Yeager on the loud pedal. Bergeron right beside him. Much better start there as Bergeron's going to run to the middle. You see Murtaugh there in third, just hanging out behind him.
Bergeron still on that top side. Yeager holds the bottom side. You see Murtaugh. He is game planning an attack. I think he was doing that earlier in the warm-ups because you saw him sit there moving around, grooving around, trying to find somewhere. But again, top 4. You see that battle for fourth right now. Grace, Black, those two going at it. Scooter Black right now as caution waves. I think it might be the 49 of Chase Hardy.
And here's our hashtag strong as a Mac instant replay for tonight. And there you see Chase Hardy just gets up into the wall. And Alex, we saw this in the sprint cars earlier. People just kept getting to that wall, and with that much power, they couldn't get out of it in time for them to get off that wall.
And the one thing you see it everywhere you go for racing, that cushion, if you get up in that rough stuff, it'll suck you into the wall, and then you got nowhere to go, especially in the big blocks. You get in that wall and you keep trying to drive it hard, you're going to go over.
Yeah, Alex, but you got to think about this too. Alex Bergeron, he's already ran here twice now. He ran in the street stocks, ran into sprint cars, so he's had a pretty good look at this track, and he's realized he may, have something here. The bottom side in both races have been the quickest, so he may be just waiting, buying his time to go to that bottom line later on tonight.
And one thing we talked about it all season long. Bergeron was the best bet because Majula C, they didn't run sprint cars or street stocks this season. Bergeron was your best bet coming into the season as he was one of the only drivers running all 4 classes and had a chance of going for the 4 sweeps. But after not winning in the street stocks, he won the sprint cars. He could go 3 for 4, but pace truck off. Single file restarts the name of the game here. Yeager, Bergeron. Yeager's going to lead us to the green flag here for heat race number 2.
Yeah, you see Yeager gets on the loud pedal there. Bergeron hot on his heels. Murtaugh not wanting to lose him, though. So he's going to stay right there. He's going to run to the top side. Yeager and Bergeron going to go to the bottom side, though, as Murtaugh gets a great run off that corner there. Going to look to take second place from Bergeron. But Bergeron's going to pull away from him here. It looks like Dylan Yeager going to keep us going single file here. We're 1, 2, and 3 right there.
And these drivers, they know where they have to run right now, and that's that middle to almost bottom line there. Scooter Black, you saw him. He got spun around. He's out of tonight's action. So 5 cars, 4 go on. Jason Randolph, you're on the outside looking in. So for him, he's just got to get by that 269 of James Grace. Can he do it? We're closing in. We got 4 down, 4 to run. Dylan Yeager still your top man.
Yeah, Yeager there. You see Yeager. He's actually about 0.04 of a second quicker each time by, but as you see, that just increases the gap little by little. That's all he needs as he looks at virtual rearview mirror. He sees Murtaugh right on the heels of Alex Bergeron. Maybe giving Bergeron enough pressure, but he's a 3-time world champ for a reason. He doesn't seem fazed by anything at all.
These drivers right now, there's the roll bar, there's Alex Bergeron, and you see Dylan Yeager got a good gap in front of him there as Bergeron going to go that bottom side. You remember, this man is dominant on the bottom side. He was right there at the tires, white flag in the air. Alex Bergeron, and again, these 4 cars, they're separated a good mile and a half, it feels like, from James Grace and Jason Randolph there. So these top 3, you see him not making a move. Dylan Yeager, he is going to win here. Heat race number 2, 48. He wins. Bergeron, Murtaugh, and James Grace. Your top 4 going on to the show.
Yeah, the real question there is, did Bergeron coming in second place there, did that hurt him, going through? But as you see, as our official results come up now, Dylan Yeager, Alex Bergeron, Richard Murtaugh Jr., James Grace will all be going to the A main tonight. Jason Randolph, Scooter Black, Chase Hardy, and Matthew Logan will be seen in B main action later on tonight.
Here we go, heat race number 3, and on the pole for Slick Sim Sports, the 41, it's Logan Rumsey to the outside. D1RT 127, it's Mr. Moneybags, Blake Majulis.
And the second row, you've got Team VLR teammates. You got Randall Carter in the 37 on the inside. To his outside, it's Ryan Underwood in the 6.
Starting in the 5th spot, Drew Hopkins racing the 23. It's Ethan Toder to the outside. 999, Tail Tagging Motorsports of Corey Sibley. And rounding out the field, Mid-South Third Slingers 119. It is Donnie Batiste.
And Alex, this heat race has the most championship implications in it. As you see, Logan Rumsey and Blake Majulis both right there in this heat race.
And so, points matter here, finishing 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. In 4th, it's Ryan Underwood. He's starting in the back here, but heat race points, he did not get any qualifying points. He's in the 4th spot. He's out of the championship picture, but finish 3rd or 2nd would be a good picture for that young man. So, points here are on a limited here, and him starting in the back, he's got to pass a good length of this field. Rumsey, Majulis, they're 2 and 3 in points. Just got to win a heat race here to keep it in the picture.
Yeah, and that's what you see here is Logan Rumsey and Blake Majulis. They know each other so well. They've ran against each other multiple times, but Rumsey's not going to make it easy for Majulis, as he wants those points as well, too, for this heat race win. As Rumsey gets off to a great start there, Majulis going to tuck in right behind him. Randall Carter in 3rd.
Randall Carter, watch here, because you have Logan Rumsey for Slick. You have Blake Majulis, D1RT. Ethan Toder for DHR, and Randall Carter, VLR. So there's 4 cars, 4 different teams. But watch Ryan Underwood. He's in the 5th spot already. He's moving up through the field. But Blake Majulis right now trying to work that bottom side on Rumsey. Rumsey up top where he usually lives and dies by at 127. He's going to make that bottom side work and contend for this lead early on.
Yeah, Rumsey keeps the lead there, but Blake Majulis, he's taking that bottom side. Rumsey gets a great run coming out of turn number 2, though. There you see Majulis kind of tucking in behind him there. You see Majulis off to the top side now. He might find a quicker lineup there, Blake Majulis. So quicker by a 10th, last lap around. So there you see Logan Rumsey 2/10 quicker on that one, though. He found something on the top side. Majulis going to go up. Ethan Toder, though, trying to hold off Ryan Underwood for that final transfer spot here.
Toder in the 4th spot, Randall Carter in 3rd. Carter trying to distance himself from Toder there as VLR teammate there of Ryan Underwood. He is right on the back bumper of that 23 machine. Can Drew Hopkins Racing punch a ticket in, or will Ryan Underwood punch his own ticket into the feature? He goes to the bottom side of Ethan Toder. Side by side, those two go. Toder taps the wall a little bit. That opens the door. There goes Underwood. He takes over the 4th spot. Majulis up in 2nd as he's going to battle for the lead. Majulis, Rumsey battling it out. The battle for 4th is on, but this battle up front, Rumsey, Majulis, it's on.
Yeah, we got battles for 1st. We got battles for a transfer spot. Every single battle here actually takes care of something there. You see Majulis going for the slide job again. Going to slide up in front of Rumsey. Rumsey's going to turn underneath, get the slide job set up. White flag this time by as Rumsey throws a slide job on Majulis here. Majulis sets right up to him, get it to the inside. We're going to have a battle coming here. We're in the cockpit view of Blake Majulis. Majulis with the slide job here. No, Rumsey turns underneath. We got a drag race to the finish. And it looks like Blake Majulis took it for the time being. Gonna have to wait for those official results so to see how that ended.
But man, oh man, heat race number 3 brought the fire, and it was Blake Majulis for D1RT. And for the second time tonight, me and you call the action, and it comes down to, wow, I don't even know what you call it there, .00.
We got numbers we can't see causing that one there, Alex. Majulis, Rumsey, Carter, and Underwood, all to your feature tonight. Toder, Sibley, and Batiste we'll see in B-main action later on.
Actually, no consolation action here. So it's warm-up time, and while these cars get themselves ready for feature action, we're going to step aside and get some words in from our great sponsors here at UltimateDirtTV.
All right, guys, welcome back to the Big Block Modifieds here. Alex Robinson is busy calculating points up to make sure we've got everything settled. We can give you the correct information, but we'll be going to feature action tonight as we're going to start in the back, bring it to the front, and let you know what we've got for the Nvizion custom graphics, Big Block Modifieds here at the Dirt Track in Charlotte for championship night. Starting 23rd, you see the 41 for D1RT Racing. It's Matthew Logan. 22nd, it says teammate, the 3 of Cole Cabre. To the inside for the Mid-South Dirt Slingers, it's the 119 of Donnie Batiste.
Starting in the 20th spot for Drew Hopkins Racing, the 49, it's Chase Hardy. To the inside, it's 17, Team Outlaw Motorsports, Tyler Schultz.
Starting in that 18th position, it's the 999 for Tail Tagging Motorsports, Corey Sibley. To his inside, the 5 of D1RT Racing, it's Scooter Black.
Starting in the 16th spot, the 18 from Pennsylvania, it's Jack Sean. To the inside, DHR 23 of Ethan Toder.
And starting 14th, it's the 47 for the Firm Motorsports, Jason Randolph. To his inside, the 13 from Canada, Dustin Momberkit.
Starting in the 12th spot, VLR 6, it's Ryan Underwood. To the inside, Blue Groove Motorsports, the 269, oh so fine, it's James Grace.
And now we're in your top 10 for the 5th row. On the outside, it's the 72 of Mike Augustine. To his inside, starting 9th at 37 for Team VLR, it's Randall Carter.
Richard Murtaugh Jr. starts on the outside of row number 4. To the inside, VLR 69, it's Brent Carter.
And in the 6th position, it's your points leader. It's Logan Rumsey, the 41 for Slick Sim Sport. To his inside, three-time defending World of Outlaw iRacing non-energy drink champion for Team ABR Esports, the 12 of Alex Bergeron.
Row number 2 to the outside, the 80, it's Jacob Harbert. To the inside, D1RT 127, it's Mr. Moneybags, Blake Majulis.
And on your front row tonight, it's the 48 for Rocket Racing Subs, Dylan Yeager. And starting on the pole position, showing the 8 there, we know it's a 33 of Team VLR, Evan C. Evan C is going to take us to the green here. As actually, Alex, I believe we're going to be doing a 4-wide, if I remember correctly, correct?
I'm not sure. We're going to be surprised here. But you want to hear the scary thing?
What's the scary thing there, Alex?
So, after points calculations, Evan C., we're green. Evan C., if you're Evan C. tonight, you just need to stay in front of Blake Majulis. Blake Majulis needs to win the race and have Evan C. finish 18th. for him to cash in tonight on that points championship. So right now, Evan C., he's out in front. He just needs to stay there all night, and he can lock up a points championship here tonight.
Yeah, but Alex, you take a look at that top side there, though. It's going to be an elbows up track. As you know, turn number 3 going into it gets pretty rough here. Anything can happen. Blake Majulis there, but we see a 4-wide battle here. Grant Carter, Logan Rumsey, James Grace. We're all over the track here. So we've got cars here. We got cars there. We are yellow again. And let's take a look at our first hashtag strong as a Mac instant replay tonight to find out exactly what happened here. There you see it, Alex, just a little bit of contact. His car rolls over and he's got so much power behind it. He just lost. The moment he got a little tap there, his power took him off to the side.
So back to what we were talking about here. If Evan C. finishes 17th and Majulis wins, we're at a tie. That would go to the most wins. Just let me look at this here for a second. That would go to Evan C. with 4 wins this season. So right now, Majulis needs to stay up front and hope and pray for some reason Evan C. has to go to that back and has to fight his way up. But with 40 laps and we're only 4 in, you got to think here for Evan C. You play the long run here. You just got to play it smart. For Blake Majulis, you need to stay up front.
Yeah, but Alex, you know how these guys are. Evan C., he wants that W tonight. He wants to add one more victory and just make sure he secures that. Because he doesn't probably know exactly what he needs to win this one, but no, he's on that loud pedal again. Blake Majulis is hot on his tails. Alex Bergeron, though, gonna try to make a 2-for-1 there, but you see that top side run that they get there just looks to be way too strong for Bergeron. He's keeping that inside, though, as we saw before. Well, he's ran this. He saw the bottom side was quicker in both the street stocks and the sprint cars, and here he is going to the front, but Evan C., what a run off turn number 2.
Evan C., the run out of the corner, got him side by side. Majulis, he's battling with Jacob Harberts there, but Evan C. up top. Bergeron, he's on that bottom side, and again, that is his comfort zone. That's where his home is for that 12 for ABR Esports. He is always on the bottom side. Evan C., he is wild as it can be, and we've seen Majulis, World of Thunder, and World of Outlaws in that super late models a season ago. They went to battle here at Charlotte, and they're doing it again.
Yeah, here you see Dylan Yeager looking at the front battle up here. He's running in 5th position. See behind him, Jacob Harbert's there. Blake Majulis, though, he's in that 3rd position. The last place he wants to be. He wants to be up front and see in the rearview mirror Alex Bergeron, Evan C. battle each other there.
A lot of people want to see Evan C. and Blake Majulis battle, as that battle looks like it's looming here because Bergeron, he just got passed by Majulis. Majulis now in 2nd spot. Bergeron ain't going to let that go easily here. He goes to the inside of Majulis. That battle for the 2nd spot is on. Both of them catching up to the 33. You saw the short slider by Bergeron handed out to Majulis there. Majulis going to go to the inside as watch Jacob Harberts. That 80 machine is coming in quick.
Yeah, it's coming in quick there. But as you see, Majulis pulling away from Bergeron there a little bit. That's exactly what he needed to do to catch up to Evan C. Now he's got his sight set on that lead. Evan C. has a shark in his waters in the name of Blake Majulis, Mr. Moneybags himself.
As you see, Harberts, they're going to go to the inside of Alex Bergeron. This battle for 3rd. Bergeron, Harberts going at it. Brent Carter, Logan Rumsey, those guys are right behind him there. This battle, you can see through the top 10, all these cars are really close together, and a green flag run, that might add in some lap traffic, and that will battle everyone's smarts here because those front cars, they're all used to leading, but lap traffic's a different animal.
It sure is, and lap traffic's going to make a big deal here, but Blake Majulis about a 10th quicker the past 2 laps there. And you see Jacob Harberts, he's not getting that bottom side to work the way he thought it would. You know, Alex Bergeron's up to the top side as well too. So maybe that's showing you that bottom side's not what it should be right now, and just trying to survive right now. But here you see Brent Carter throwing at Logan Rumsey all on Bergeron. Bergeron trying to hold off the swarm right there behind him, but they just keep piling up back in line. Bergeron, though, keeping that third spot for the time being. They have still Brent Carter on his inside.
As you see, they're 3 wide back there behind them. Jacob Harberts, he's dropping back into the 7th spot right now, and he was up there battling for the 3rd spot. So that just shows how quickly that bottom side went away and how quickly that top side came in. You see Logan Rumsey in the 6th spot. He's battling it out with Harberts. Dylan Yeager, I'm going to go 2 for 1 here, boys. Go to the bottom side, slide up a little bit. And there it is again, this top 10. Oh, contact between Harberts and Rumsey. And Rumsey going to take over the 7th spot. Harberts drops back to 9th. Chase Hardy, here he comes charging up through the field.
Yeah, Chase Hardy had some bad luck in his heat race, but he's making up for it now. Here you see Alex Bergeron still holding off Randall Carter. Significant gap between him and Majulis, though, in the 2nd place. But Majulis, quicker than Evan C., keeps reeling him in little by little here. This green flag run, exactly what Majulis needs, as he seems to be set up for the long run here.
Majulis is patiently waiting for a strike here. Evan C., he's running that middle side. He looks comfortable at the middle side. Bergeron at 3rd, Randall Carter, Brent Carter. That's your top 5 right now. 3 VLR drivers in the top 5 as it states right now. But there is Tyler Schultz back in 15th. He's trying to make his move up. He had problems in his heat race. He's up there as well. Toter, those two battling. And again, these battles throughout the whole field, it has been a hike. But you see the front of the pack on the front straightaway. Lap traffic going to become a factor.
Here you see the yellow flag is not out. We had a wreck though, so looks like we're going to stay green, though, as we're going to keep going here. You see Alex Bergeron under pressure from Randall Carter, though. Carter keeps looking to the inside, and here comes the yellow flag out now. Here it takes us to our hashtag strong as a Mac instant replay. There you see it, though. Just gets a little bit sideways there, gets into the wall, and, well, at that point, he lost all control of that car. Maybe tore something, that suspension there a little bit as he went around quick.
So 2 cautions early on here. We're over the halfway point, only 2 cautions, but a lot of cars having some damage in that back of the pack, beating and banging. But that battle up front, to keep your eye on. Blake Majulis, I don't think he really cares about winning the points championship at this point. He wants the win of the race first. But then you have Evan C., who, again, you just see him calm, cool, and collected like usual. He's just running his middle show. Bergeron looking strong. Then you have Brent and Randall Carter. Watch those 2 for VLR in the top 5. They're in striking distance. They've kept up with this front. Logan Rumsey, Dylan Yeager. This whole top 10 has stayed close together. It is going to be one of those to keep your eye on, this whole top 10, because moving and grooving through this track, you said it was going to be elbows up. Well, it showed here that bottom side was in, that top side's in now. I see a slider line coming soon.
Yeah, it'll definitely be coming there, but keep an eye on that 3rd place. And Alex Bergeron, he's always wanted to look for just a slightly faster line. So if he sits there and he finds out that bottom line's working, everyone else is going to start going down there. But, Bergeron's the first one there. You see the pace truck pulling off. Evan C. going to take us to green flag again. This might be the break Blake Majulis needed, though. If he gets a good start here, he could be right on the back of Evan C. again.
You see again, C, Majulis, Bergeron. Bergeron goes to the bottom side trying to attack there. Evan C, Blake Majulis, there's the Carters. There's Yeager, Rumsey, and again, these guys got the start. There goes Bergeron. He's going to go 2 for 1 slide job. New leader, 3 wide now for the lead. Majulis has him at the line. There comes now as Randall Carter. He's going to the bottom, and so is Brent Carter. Those two going to go to the bottom. Again, 3 lines being used as 3 wide for second continues on.
And that's exactly what Blake Majulis needed there. Bergeron threw a slider. Majulis turns underneath, takes the lead from him, I see Evan C. back in that Hornet's nest that is second through fifth. See a little bit of contact there between Jaeger and Bergeron, causing Bergeron to move up the track. But there you see Evan C. hanging to that top side. Brent Carter hot on his trails as Randall Carter is now challenging for the lead for Blake Majulis there. So got teammates up there up front. And we have another yellow out again. And Alex, you just had to say it, didn't you?
Here's the thing. That caution, I think, came out by the three-time defending World of Outlaw champion and Alex Bergeron. He came up that track. There he is. He took it 3 wide then down the front straightaway. Let's see what happens. Laurel Kant, ooh. And then, ooh.
Ooh, that's a lot more than a little contact there, Alex.
The first one was little, and then, well, everything else happens.
Yeah, but you know what? It's a good thing these guys have those safety devices in there, Alex, because, you know, I don't want to send someone to the iRacing virtual hospital tonight.
Yeah, that's the last thing somebody wants to go to see tonight. Or, you know, yeah, you know, I've heard stories about that. Our producer just said, trapped in a sim rig. I've heard stories, but we're closing in on 10 to go.
Yeah, we got about 14 left here, but take a look at Majulis now. Evan C is in third position, so we see usually the third spot has a pretty good start each and every time, and you know, Bergeron always got a good run there, got a slider going. So if Evan C can get something going here, he might retake this lead.
So the thing is, Evan C in that third spot, he's going to watch. The moment he sees Majulis go, you see the pace truck is off. We're going to go green out of 4. The moment he sees Majulis go, he's going to go. And that battle for the lead is going to be right back on. But watch Carter's. Randall and Brent Carter, both of them on the front 2 rows to the outside. And there's that green flag. Majulis coming real close to that infield tractor tire now as the teammates of Carter and C going at it. Look at the run that the Carters are getting on the outside. Here we go. 2 by 2. They go down the back straightaway. Majulis still has the lead. Carter and C, they're side by side.
Yeah, look at Majulis pulling away there. Evan C on that bottom side in third spot, trying to take it from Randall Carter there, but looks like we are back under yellow again. And Alex, you just had to sit there and say something about the yellows. You know, cautions breed more cautions. That, yeah. So we had our hashtag strong as a Mac instant replay showing Blake Majulis there, but pretty sure we got something a little bit farther in the back here.
I feel like something's got to happen here because you see 3 wide, 4 wide everywhere else. Oh, no, there
you see it right there. Just a little bit of slight contact into the back of a car is enough to upset him with how this track is making its way into, and it's elbows up, but man, I think they put their elbows a little bit too far there, Alex.
Yeah, the battles, though. This just shows championship weekend. Everyone wants a piece. Green flag back out here. Majulis looking to extend another win here in the big blocks, but Evan C right behind him there. Carter, Randall, and Brent Carter. And now Dylan Yeager. He snuck his way into that top 5.
Yeah, that single file restart, it probably hurt Majulis more than anyone else because, you know, Evan C would be on the outside of him on that one, and second place usually has a bad restart here, but you see Randall Carter looking to the inside of Evan C. You know, there might be teammates there, but Randall Carter wants that victory. Evan C wants that championship. Blake Majulis wants both of them, but it's going to take something from Evan C here in order for that to happen.
In order for that to happen, we got to stay green because another caution is out on the raceway.
And Alex, I told you, cautions breed cautions here, and that looks to be what's been going on.
There's the 41 for DRT. Oh, hi.
There we go. We have a guy upside down and going. So let's take a look at what happened here. And you see, looks like Jax Young in that 24 just got into that wall. And, you know, Alex, you said it earlier. You hop that cushion. These cars don't like it very much. And even coming out the corner, there's enough to upset them there.
These cars don't like the cushion, and they don't like a wall. And guess what he did? He hit the cushion, he hit the wall, he went upside down. So a tough break for the 18 there. 19 cars left on the track. So right now, it's looking closer and closer like Evans he is going to lock up this championship season. But Majulis, he said, I'm going to at least try it here and at least get this win. But you see they're side by side. They're 2x2 throughout the whole field here. Majulis and C, the Bromos, we call them, because of the friendly rivalry that goes on between these two cars. Randall Carter said, I'm going to throw my hat in the mix once more as he's in that third spot.
Yeah, Blake Majulis doing all he can do. He just has to win on his part and hope something happens to Evan C. But Evan C hot on his tail right there. In that second spot, you see Randall Carter on the inside there. Brett Carter and Dylan Yeager all battling back there. Logan Rumsey also in sixth position. You know, one of your championship contenders there, kind of holding on to that last little spot there as you see 6 cars right there, all within a little bit of each other.
Logan Rumsey, he is in the fifth, battling for the fifth spot there with Brent Carter, Chase Hardy, James Grace. They're all right there trying to get into the top 5, but here we go. We're 3 wide for the lead. Looks like Majulis tapped the wall. That opens the door for Evan C. Here's Randall Carter, 3 wide once more for the lead. Majulis up top, C in the middle. Randall Carter, that bottom side, that top side. Look at the run for Blake Majulis, that top side through mid-corner. Ooh, Evan C got a little loose.
Yeah, you see that there. The meat of a sandwich for a 3 wide is not where you want to be, though, especially when you're battling for the points there. Evan C now about in danger of losing third to Dylan Yeager. So that little bit there pushed Evan C back a little bit, but he's going to try it again here. Going to look to make it 3 wide coming out of this corner here on the backside of Blake Majulis. But now he has to deal with not only Majulis, but Randall Carter and Dylan Yeager underneath him.
Evan C, he's in 4th right now, so he dropped back a little bit, but not enough for Majulis there, as now he's right on that top side with Majulis. Majulis battles with Randall Carter, as Majulis going to hit that wall. Here comes Carter to that inside once more, but the top side just looks too comfortable for the 127 through that middle of the track. But here we go, battling it out still. It's Majulis, it's Carter, Evan C, Dylan Yeager, all those guys battling it out. Logan Rumsey, he's in the 5th spot right now, but he's just sit back, relax, and enjoy this show, because now Carter, C, Yeager battling it out for second as Majulis starting to just feel the groove.
Yeah, you see them there. This is all under a blanket here. We have 2 laps left to go. Randall Carter going to try and steal a victory from Blake Majulis there. But there you see Majulis. He hits that cushion just right, and what a run he gets there. But you see Evan C coming up, taking second spot back right behind Majulis here. White flag this time by Randall Carter underneath. So you got Majulis, Carter, C, Yeager. Yeager takes the 3rd spot away for a moment. But here you see it coming out of turn number 4. Blake Majulis gonna take the victory here tonight, and I believe Randall Carter got 2nd there, Alex. I don't know how far it was, but it looks like he got him by maybe a nose.
So once again, we got to go photo finish here. Blake Majulis notches in 54th win in the World of Thunder Esports League with a win here tonight. Randall Carter going to take it from Evan C in 3rd. Dylan Yeager, Logan Rumsey, your top 5.
Yeah, Brent Carter, he was up there battling with them. Something must have happened to him. Might have gotten to the wall a little bit, but he's back in 6th. Ethan Toder, Chase Hardy, DHR drivers in the top 10. Dustin Monberquette, Mike Augustine will round out your top 10.
Alex Bergeron, Richard Murtaugh Jr., Matthew Logan, Corey Sibley, and Tyler Schultz, your top 15.
Donnie Batiste, Jacob Harberts, Ryan Underwood, round out your top 18. There's Underwood had a bit of bad luck there towards the end of that, Alex.
Yeah, Underwood in 18th.
But Alex, if I remember correctly, that should lock up the championship for Evan C., correct?
So Blake Majulis wins here. Evan C. wins your championship. So man, oh man, Evan C. gonna be another one. But ladies and gentlemen, while we head down to victory lane, we will be back after these quick messages from our great sponsors for interviews here on Championship Sunday on Ultimate Dirt TV. And we are back here on Championship Sunday and in victory lane, coming home with the win tonight. Catching up with him is Dominic Foster. It's Blake Majulis.
Yeah, I got here with your second place in points. Well, Blake, what a run you had tonight. You did all you could do on your end to make sure you got a chance at the points. So talk to us about that run tonight.
Yeah, pretty good run. Traced Evan most of the race, and Alex threw slider there. Evan had nowhere to go, and we ended up capitalizing on that move and took the lead. And I didn't want to steal anyone's line there and look like I was mirror driving or whatnot. So I just kind of stayed up top in 1 and 2, and I knew it wasn't really that good. Maybe 10, 15 more laps, the top would have been a little bit better. So I was kind of threading the needle up there, but like I said, I just didn't want to take anyone's line. So I was just trying to rip the fence best I could. And frankly, I was fast enough to hold on for the win.
Yeah, Blake, looking at the live time in there, you're actually quicker up top than C was running that middle to bottom line there. So you had something working up there, and it looked like you kept grabbing that top side cushion, just rocketing off the turns.
Yeah, for sure. I ran this setup a couple days ago, and it was pretty good. I haven't got a chance to test too much here, and this was one track I struggled at, so I didn't have too much high expectations for tonight. And I tried something new tonight, and it worked out pretty good against these guys. So I'm pretty stoked about that for the future. And yeah, definitely a good run for sure.
Yeah, it definitely was there. You know what? You've got the GOAT on that car. You were definitely the GOAT tonight as you pulled off the win. So let's take a look at all the sponsors who helped you get to victory lane tonight.
Of course, yeah. First off, you guys and everybody involved with the broadcast, I appreciate that very much. D1RT Racing, ML Performance, Chris Ferguson Motorsports, Represent Limited, Reliable Energy Solutions, Jeff Swilly for everything he does, Design 75 for the sweet looking wrap, Swag Design and Media, CD Cinematography, BK Design, Showtime Decals and Apparel, and 127 Industries. Go check it out on Facebook. I appreciate it very much.
All right, Alex, that was your feature winner tonight. Second of points, Blake Majulis. I believe you caught up with our second place winner tonight, correct?
Second place tonight, Randall Carter. And man, you look comfortable here tonight in the big blocks and almost squeaked out the win.
Oh yeah, it was a good race tonight. It was fun. I found something there about lap 20 on the bottom that I could just run. I started noticing there at the end that I could stay door to door with at least Evan, and there was a couple times I got up near Blake, but it started slowing down at the end. But good job to Blake for holding on to it, and I think running down there I was kind of hurting Evan a little bit, but it was a really fun race overall.
And now you, Evan, and Brent all had strong runs, all finishing in the top 10. So another strong night in the big block division for Team VLR.
Yeah, we've done really good here. It just kind of sucks that the car attendance has kind of fell off here in these cars. These cars are really fun to race, and they're probably one of the best driving cars on the dirt side. It's a but Evans put a lot of work in sets and Devin, and we found something in these things. They pretty good. I just got to thank Evan for the setups. The makes the racing a whole lot easier when you got a good set.
And another strong thing for you tonight, that strong finish brought you were behind Bergeron, Underwood, and Dylan Wilson and them coming into tonight. This jumped you into the 4th spot for the final season standings. So how does it feel to climb the ladder with that strong performance to make you in the top 4?
That feels pretty good. Hadn't even paid attention where I was at in points here lately, but it felt pretty good. I wish I could have done a couple more of these. I had some bad luck in the last race. I think I finished out of the top 10 or right at it. A few more. Just feels good to get back in top 10, top 3 again. I had one there at the first race of Volusia.
Well, you got a lot of good sponsors behind you there at VLR. Who's behind the scenes that got you into the podium here tonight?
First off, thank Evan C. He's the one that does most of the work on our sets. And thank Team VLR, TAC 3 Defense, Weaver Valley Speedway. Go check them out on Facebook. And thank you guys for putting on this good broadcast.
That is your 2nd place finisher here tonight for VLR. It's Randall Carter. Now, Dom, you caught up with the winner, but not only just the winner, the points champion in the 33. It's Evan C.
Yeah, I think I got here just before, his crew came over to help celebrate with him. But Evan, what a run you had tonight. You looks like you had the win locked up. Al Bergeron threw a slider on you, Majulis cut underneath, and that seemed to be the end of it. But you were catching him towards the end there. So were you going for the win, or you just kind of hoping and saying, like, you know what, let's just get this championship locked up?
Yeah, I was definitely going for the win when I was in the lead there. I wanted to keep the lead, but that yellow came out and the top looked pretty good in 3 and 4, but turned out it wasn't that good. We got slid by 2 cars when we tried it on that restart, and that was pretty much the end of it for me there because the bottom came in and Randall. You're running down there. I couldn't really do any slide job or anything on Blake, so I was kind of just stuck on the high side in there. Just in the top wasn't that fast, so I couldn't do much. But still pretty good race for us. So we'll take it.
Yeah, it's definitely a good race for you overall. You've got the VLR teammate Randall Carter there as well, hopping up. But man, oh man, what a run you had! Not only tonight, but all season long. As you're the points champion for the first ever big blocks World of Thunder. How does that feel?
Definitely feels nice because we put in a lot of work on setups and testing and stuff to figure these things out. So I mean, it's definitely feel nice to be able to win a championship and close in some other leagues also like VLR. Second, third in points there also, and we've been able to string together consistent runs. Not just me, but our teammates also. So it definitely feels nice to see all the work we put in paying off.
Yeah, definitely there. Randall Carter actually jumped up to 4th in points. I believe I heard Alex talk to him earlier there. So, 1 and 4, 2 cars in the top 5 there for you. That must feel pretty good for the Team VLR.
Oh yeah, like I said, put in a lot of work, and that's teammates come up, and they're able to put in the results, and getting good, nice, solid top 5 runs. So it's definitely nice to know that you're not the only one up there. You have some teammates who are fast also, and it helps a lot when you're testing and trying to figure out, track conditions and stuff like that. But, good running Blake tonight also. Congrats on the win to him. And, looking forward to the next race.
Yeah, and I believe we'll see everyone in the Super Late Models tonight. But let's take a moment to thank everyone who helped you get to this points championship tonight.
Just everybody at Team Villar, like I was saying, for all the laps, just testing and helping us out. Everybody else that helps out on the car. See you from esports, shotfree22.com, Bighorn, Taxidermy, Captain Morgan. Just thank y'all for doing the broadcast for us each night, and Steven for putting on a series. And definitely fun.
All right. And Alex, that was your points championship. Evan, I'm going to actually let him get back to his crew to go celebrate there. So we're going to bring it back up to Alex in the booth.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's 3 out of 4 for the World of Thunder Esports League Season 12 Championship Sunday here at the Dirt Track in Charlotte. Evan C. locks up the Big Block Championship. Alex Bergeron, he locked up the 410 Championship, and Carl Kilgore, he locked up those Street Stock Championship. One more championship up for grabs tonight, and it's some familiar faces. Evan C., Blake Majulis, Ryan Underwood, Logan Rumsey, all in the mix for tonight's championship for those super late models coming up in about 2 hours' time. But World of Thunder Esports League would like to thank all their great sponsors: Mimi's Makers Emotions, Warrior Logistics. They sponsor those super late models coming up here later on tonight. Miller Family Trucking sponsored those street stocks. Dirtfan.com. They sponsor the 410 Wing Sprint cars. Then Grace Productions, Worldwide iRacing League Association, Mid-South Third Slingers, SRW, Rocket Racing Setups, and Digs by D1RT, and of course Nvizion Custom Graphics for sponsoring, being the title sponsor of the Big Block Series here tonight. That's race 3. Race number 4, we wrap up season 12. Coming up here later tonight for the Supers, Dominique Foster, I'm Alex Robinson, Jacob Perlman over there at the silos in the producer's box. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, have a great night, and we'll be back for Championship Sunday for the Mimi's Making Emotions Super Late Models here on Ultimate Dirt TV.